Solana summer, baby. Woo! We need to talk about this. Solana NFTs are getting hot. But why? Why now? Solana NFTs have been around since I got in the NFT space last summer. So why this sudden surge in interest? Well, the only logical and obvious answer I could come up with is because OpenSea finally integrated Solana NFTs onto their platform. And even though we all despise how much BrokenSea breaks, people still use OpenSea in an overwhelming landslide compared to things like LooksRare or X2Y2 or Coinbase NFT. Who uses that? Can you believe it? Then you have the explosive volume of OKBears, which is one of the top Solana projects and actually hit #1 in volume on OpenSea a couple weeks ago. And not only that, it stayed at #1 for a couple days, maintaining its insane momentum. So looking at the top Solana project in OKBears, we should ask, why did this run so hard? Well, look at influencers like FaZe Banks and Alex Becker, who shilled the project on Twitter, and that definitely helped. I gotta say though, the art on this project feels eerily similar to that really popular ape project that's on Ethereum. What was that called again? The one with the, the boat, the yacht? I'm kidding. It's Bored Ape Yacht Club, okay? If you're living under a rock, call yourself Patrick Star, because that joke went right over your head. Okay. Here's my personal opinion on OKBears. It's really not much more of a Bored Ape Yacht Club looking knockoff. But with Ethereum volume down bad and a few Solana projects like OKBears already pumping, we can see a shift in the current meta in the NFT space. And we can even verify this meta shift by seeing that Magic Eden, one of the more popular Solana NFT marketplaces, is actually pretty close to OpenSea in terms of daily active traders right now. So whether I like it or not, Solana Summer may just be more than a meme. Let's dive a little bit deeper. The Solana NFT community has been going absolutely nuclear on social media. Or wait, actually, is that just a bunch of botted reactions and retweets? I would say, judging by the amount of followers that all the influencers, including myself, are losing on a daily basis because of bots, it's probably the latter. All that aside, it's probably hard to say which of those are real and which of those are fake. But some of the following on projects like this one here, Great Goats, is just a wee bit suspect. Not to mention, I look at some other projects like Jicken Studios and literally have zero clue what the project is about or even what it does. But meh! Solana NFTs are cheaper and they have way lower gas fees. Yes, they do, so they can get botted even more efficiently during mints. Not to mention, they have had low fees this entire time. So this argument really isn't newsworthy or making me want to suddenly ape into Solana NFTs just because it's Solana Summer. What's even worse is, to my knowledge, a majority of NFT projects on Solana have been even less trustworthy in terms of doxed or notable teams. And this usually leads to even more rug pulls and just flat out cash grabs. Many of these projects seem to have little or no clear direction, or sometimes even a purpose at all. And to me personally, that's just not enticing whatsoever. I know this entire video has been pretty sarcastic so far, and maybe I'm being too harsh, or maybe I'm not even giving Solana a fair shot. So let's stop the macro talk and look at some specific projects on Solana that might give us a better indication of the direction of this meta and whether or not it's sustainable, or will it just be a short summer fling instead of a full Solana summer? All right, the first product here is Trippin' Ape Tribe. This is probably one of the biggest Solana products that's come out in the last couple of weeks. As you can see right here, they have 370,000 Twitter followers, which is just ludicrous. This is like way bigger than most Ethereum projects have. And if we go to some other products here like Just Ape, 324,000 followers, Trippy Kids, 132,000. So you get the point. They have a lot of followers, and like I said before, seems a little suspect that these Solana projects that are just not anywhere near the scope or that don't have nearly the publicity of most Ethereum projects somehow have significantly more Twitter following. Doesn't make a lot of sense, feels a little bit botted to me. If we pop over to Magic Eden, you can see right here that the floor price on these is currently 31 Solana. The total supply is 10K, and it's still pretty common to see a 10K supply in Solana projects, even though Ethereum has had much lower supplies on recent projects because there's not as much demand. Now, I gotta say, the art on these actually looks pretty good, but again, it's just another ape project. I am quite tired of ape knockoffs. Even though these are actually pretty colorful, cool designs, I actually like them. I'm just pretty tired of the ape project knockoffs, all in all. But let's focus on the price here and the actual strength of the project. You can see here, this is definitely not a cult. It's the community-first PFP project on Solana, backed by strong and ownable branding, cheeky storytelling, and innovative long-term utility. Let's see what that utility is all about here. Let's pop over to their website. We're going to enter the unknown, and again, just so you know, it is not a cult. Keep that in mind, not a cult. They are also listed over here on OpenSea. You can see they are verified, although everyone and their mother's getting verified now. The floor price is, again, 31 Solana here as well, and it does have a good amount of volume. Heading back over to their site, though, the story so far, what the F is actually going on? There's a lot of text here, and to be honest with you, I immediately, like most people, will not even read 2 sentences of this, but the story is here. Sorry I'm rambling, but you should join us. Join the tribe. It's definitely not a cult. So there's definitely some cheeky humor going on here. There's definitely some cheeky writing going on here. I'm not going to read this right now because, truthfully, story and lore does not give me enough reason to buy a project. They got some cool artwork here, which, again, I do think is pretty awesome. The artwork, I'd say, is pretty good, but like you've heard me say a million times, the art is just the first filter on a project. I'm not buying stuff for art. They have their 3 core principles here, which are community, which is many other projects are based around community. Community is very important. Identity, an important part of building a powerful cult. Sure, I see what they did there. They're really playing to this whole we're not a cult thing. Is knowing what we are and what we aren't. Tripping is a community built by freaking degens. A ton of vague words, cookie cutter words that still don't tell me what's going on here. A lot of mumbo jumbo, but not a lot of utility. Where is the value here? Where is the value? I'm not seeing it. There are no roadmaps where we're going. Okay, so this is a cool little escape room looking mock-up. But what is this here? Again, we have a bunch of words. Trust the process. This looks like story and looks like a lore. Still not seeing a whole lot in terms of clear-cut, obvious utility or value or reason to hold this project. The art is there. The story seems like they're building a story. I haven't read it. I'm not going to read it. But let's see what the team's all about. Maybe the team is the reason that there's a value on this project. Lysergic is the co-founder, electronic music festival owner, which one, and director with humble beginnings, branding and team building expert. These don't tell me who these people are. This guy's got an actual name, Danny. Let's go see what's up with Danny over here. Danny, here we go. Danny's got 24K followers and pretty much no notable followers other than Jacob from MVHQ. He's a dad, he's a degen, and he's a co-founder. Still don't know much about him. Let's go and look at him further. This is not, no, Danny DeV token. Okay. I see what's happening here. I even got played on that one. I thought that was his actual last name, but it's just a play on Danny DeVito, and he added token to it. Fig is the artist. Have no idea who that is. Don't even know where to find him because he doesn't have any links here. King Kubalk, Fenris, top 10 brisket recipes. Dear Lord. I don't know any of these people specifically. None of the names pop out to me whatsoever. Their descriptions don't really tell me what they've actually accomplished that's relative to the project or gives me reason to want to buy in because of them. So we're moving on. Frequently asked questions. How large is the collection? 10,000 apes. Okay. What's your roadmap? Sees the vision of the future. He only shares what the tribe must know. Okay, so there's no roadmap. Is this a cult? Definitely not. What marketplaces are you on? We already know. Currently, I don't know a single thing that this project does other than the little story art that they've put together so far, cookie cutter principles that pretty much every project or brand in the entire world wants to adhere to. And then we have the team, which is, to my knowledge, not notable. I don't know who they actually are in real life, so they're not doxed. And that's it. I mean, the website's not terrible. It's decent, but there is really nothing here that I've gone through in the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes, that gives me any kind of clue of what I'm getting out of this other than a new PFP. To be honest with you, I don't want to pay $1,200 right now for a new PFP. I can buy one much cheaper that looks equally as good, and because there is no value behind this, the PFP to me is only as valuable as the project because it's a status symbol. If my profile picture is something I want to flaunt and be, you know, egotistic about, then I want the actual project to have value. And even though it does have some value here, I don't know what it's going to have long term because this is just a hype cycle to me right here. That's all I'm seeing. Let's pop over to another ape bootleg called Just Ape. This one actually hasn't come out yet, but you can see right here that it's a collection of 10,000 once again that takes us back to the basics. Well, please tell me, what are the basics? None of the fluff, all of the value. Great, I love value. Let's pop over to their website and see what value we got here. Boom, ape, period. We love the word ape in this space. Anything that says ape, I'm gonna buy it. Let's see what their mission is up here. A fundamental belief, not a roadmap. All right, so there's no roadmap, fine. Okay with me. Why we're all here? Oh, Great. I want to know exactly why we're here. Tell me why we're here. We all believe in the same thing. A shared belief, the power of Web3 and its ability to bridge gaps. Here we go again. Web 2 to Web 3. Haven't I heard that before? Blah, 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 blah. Sounds like we're going to get a whole lot of fluff and merch. So maybe the merch will be good. Let's see if there's anything else here, though. IRL events. A brand should not be a digital silo. We're trekking across the world to put Ape on the map. At our own events and NFT-focused related events. Okay. Merchandise fast. We've hired a world-class merchandise lead. Hasn't every other product done that already? No, they haven't. They don't have world-class. They only have top of the line. They only have state-of-the-art. They only have the best of the best. They don't have world-class. But these guys do. No need to sit around waiting for gear. High quality gear coming out soon. Well, if I don't need to sit around waiting for it, then why is it coming out soon? Why is it not coming out now? Why is it not day one ready? If merch is one of your 4 highlights, why is it not coming out immediately if you're world class and we don't have to wait for it? It sounds like we're waiting for it. Showroom. Merchandise isn't just a holder benefit, it's an organizational benefit. Some, not all pieces of merchandise will be sold to the public. Great. So the merch is not even fully exclusive to the project anymore. It's potentially public as well. So now I have no clue other than maybe getting free merch, which is not free because I already paid for the NFT. And that's not one, but 2 of the main pillars of the tangible benefits here. It's the same thing, except we're telling you that you might get it quick and the public might get it as well. So that's really not helping the case much here at all. Ape is just the beginning of our story. Our studio is the umbrella to be funded by our efforts, to break the norm, to revitalize what brought us here in the first place. And more for later. We don't want to tell you. We don't want to spoil the secrets. We don't want to tell you what's going on. We don't want to tell you what we have coming because it's so crazy that we can't even make it up in our heads because we don't actually know what it is. Solana summer, baby. Don't worry, guys, though. We are still early. Stay apish because we are still early. Let's head over to their Twitter because their website's got literally nothing other than those 2 things. And as we just saw in my eyes, boils down to merch that's also for the public. And there will be some community events at some point, but if you're not geo-specific, then you're pretty much out of luck because it's going to cost you a fortune to get there. So we're off to a strong start on our Solana Summer research. Maybe the next project will be a little bit more valuable or at least have some tangible utility or reason that I want to invest hundreds, if not thousands of dollars into the project. Gotta love the name on this one. Sets on Crick, which I'm assuming is a play again on the Bored Ape logo of the bones with the ape, except this one's about cats, it seems like, but maybe they're wild cats, don't know. Now get in line or die out, FOMO mofo. Be a Pessy or be a Set. This is sounding like a real brand that I would love to invest into long term. Really sounds good so far. Let's pop over to the Magic Eden because apparently they've already launched. They are currently at a floor price of 52 Sol, which currently at the value of Sol being around $40 each is in the ballpark of $2,000 per set. And I was right, this is a cat collection. We love the glasses that say F you because F you, after you stay in this project for a little bit, you're going to lose all your money. Am I being too harsh? Maybe. Am I being sarcastic? Mostly. Do I want to find real valuable projects? Absolutely. That's why we're here and looking at this. And to be honest with you, the floor prices on these are significantly higher than I would expect. I mean, you can compare these right now to a Ethereum floor price. $2,000 in Ethereum is a 1 ETH floor. So this project right here that is 52 Sol is actually over 1 ETH worth on the floor price. Just think about that for a second, okay? This project right here, if it was on Ethereum, arguably, if it had the same exact floor price, would be somewhere around 1.1, 1.2 Ethereum floor, which is better than a lot of products right now. A lot of products that I think have a lot of potential, and yet here we are. So we hop over to their website, and we can see here that they also have some pretty cool art. I gotta say, like a lot of these projects on Solana, I'm impressed with the artwork they've put together on their websites and in their collections. Here's the deal. It's 2030 or something, and doping is legal now. So we're already off to a really sarcastic start, which plays right into this whole video because if you couldn't tell, I'm feeling real sarcastic about Solana Summer. Of course, it's a collection of 6969 because why wouldn't it be? The second part of their vision is smoking money. Before you know it, you're walking with them too, and you're dealing their crack and stuff. No one's giving a flying F about money. You'll deal crack in crack, and there ain't no crack head in town who can mess with you. Buy now, your money. What does that mean? Don't know. But we got the $sign in front of the CREC, so I'm assuming they have their own CREC token, okay? There's more here than this project and the other one so far. Have no idea what the value of CREC is. Let's go and look. quickly going and looking for Krek, I've found nothing. So it leads me to believe that Krek is currently not available yet, or it's just not showing up on CoinGecko or anywhere else. The next part, Enlightenment, here is just a bunch of creative language that doesn't give us any kind of utility whatsoever. But let's find a way for them to put community in here that doesn't sound like community. Oh, Crew AF. You know what? That's it. That's it. I'm in. I'm sold. Crew AF. If I can be part of Crew AF, sign me up. Here we go. We got the team right here. Maybe this team will be more doxed or have more credibility, but from quick looking at it here, I'm not seeing much. I can't click on anything. I can't find these people. So I'm not really sure about the whole team here, but it's the Creators, which is another clever thing they have here. I gotta say the site's not bad. There's some cool art on here for sure. They got some comics, Rick and Morty style. I definitely like the art behind it. I definitely like the creativity in the words and changing things up. But overall, you can see right here we got Milk, which is another section over here. The red pill, the blue pill. I mean, it's a pretty cool site, gotta be honest with you here. You got select your cat, you get your milk, and boom, you got more Krek. So you can earn more Krek if you have more milk. Shocker. It almost sounds exactly like Cool Cats. What do you know? They also have the stake, which I'm assuming is where you can stake to get your Krek. You can see right here, a lot of them are actually staked right now, but I don't know where to buy this Krek or how to sell the Krek or what I can use the Krek for, so we'll have to figure that one out. And lastly, they have the Black Market, which I'm assuming, now that I think about it, was where I could spend my Krek. And man, this art is actually dope, especially if you like Rick and Morty. Pretty cool, except for the fact that it's Rick and Morty and that's copyright IP, so be careful about that one. If we enter the Black Market, we can see right here that we have some other NFTs maybe that were, never mind, we have whitelist opportunities, which is pretty cool. They actually have their market up and running right now. You can see right here, this is the balance. I'm assuming this is where you spend your Krek. Yep, I don't have one of these, so obviously I have no Krek to spend, but you can see right here that they have some whitelists, and it looks like they do have a, you know, entries and winners, and you can see that it's Discord ID submitted, so it looks like this is actually working pretty well. Looks pretty clean, to be honest with you. So I gotta say, as sarcastic as I was about this to start with, this team actually looks like they've put something together here, even though it's the same thing as my alpha group Discord and it's not nearly as good whitelists. If you want to get actually good whitelists, sign up for my link right here. It's $30 a month. You're not going to find any better deal anywhere on the internet to get some access to analyst calls, NFT calendar, live AMAs with other projects, and some whitelist opportunities. But that's aside the point. This is pretty good. I'm actually impressed. Who would have thought that the weakest branding, the sets on Krek with the lowest following, actually has the most value out of the 3 projects we looked at so far? I could go on and on here, but I think you get the point. A lot of these products are valued at over $2,000, which at the moment is worth 1 ETH on some of these floor prices, which is just crazy to me. The truth is, the value here right now and the ability to trade these for some profit is there. Now, I'm personally not doing that. I am staying very much sidelined, holding all of my capital, all of my bags, and waiting for what I think is going to be a much worse bottom than we're in right now. I think we're going to see some incredibly discounted prices on some big blue chip items that I'm looking to purchase. So I'm saving my funds for those things and not focusing too much on these. But we checked them out. It's worth looking into if you want to be full degen mode like a lot of other people are in this bear winter. And with that, leave a like on the video. We'll see you next time. Stay safe out there.